Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do these funky tie-dye kind of tips that I am rocking right now. I'm obsessed. Anyways, so here I've got our two sample nails. This one here I've got with the Magic Gel nail guard in soft nude. And then this one here, same product, but in dark rose. This stuff is amazing. I love the coverage. It is really great for doing any sort of natural gel overlay. Awesome stuff. Love this brand name. So what we start with here, so for the first one, we're going to be doing something similar to mine, where it's just kind of like this random tips with the tie-dye. And the second one, we're actually going to be doing a smile line, but with the French tip portion of it being tie-dye. So we'll start with the more random one. It's a little bit easier. And then once we've got that down pat, then we can move on to the French. So really you could start with any color here. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to start with green. I'm going to get a nice decent amount of gel on my brush. Less for shorter nails, more for longer, which obviously this is an incredibly long nail. So I'm picking up quite a bit of product. You won't want to pick up this much product when you work on a normal nail, unless the person's nail is as long as this lovely tip. So we're gonna lay that down. And just kind of randomly swoosh it across the nail. And then you'll move on to your next color. You want to clean your brush off in between. And again, with the random swooshing, you want to start a little bit away from the color that you laid down previously, because you don't want to muddle the two colors together. And if you end with that being your last stroke, then you can just clean off your brush, and it's no big deal if you picked up a little bit of green on that last stroke. So now I'm going to pick up this lovely purple, and then yellow, and then last but not least, we gonna take our pink. Oh yeah, baby. So we'll paint that on, and notice how the pink layer is actually thicker than the other ones. That's because by the time that we drag down the other colors, you're gonna lose a lot of that pink, and you'll see what I mean later. But yeah, just try to make sure that whatever color you're doing at the tip, you're leaving the thickest. So we're going to take a clean striper brush and drag it all the way from the nude down towards the tip. For this design, just like what I have on my nails here, I took my brush from the nude part and pulled it down towards the tip, and that's what kind of left that like little gap on each stroke, which I like personally. So I'm going to do it again. So clean brush. And just one stroke all the way down. Clean it off again. Same thing. Nice. Nice. Then you can come in and go over any lines if you feel like they need a little extra definition. Just make sure you clean off your brush in between each stroke. See how we're losing a lot of that pink? That's why we do a tick layer. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to cure that. And then while I'm curing that, I'll make sure that I've got enough gels ready to go for my next step, which I think I do. So that'll cure for a full 30 seconds. Make sure that it's in there for the full 30 seconds, because if not, we've just layered quite a bit of gel polish on it. So if you don't wait that full 30 seconds, she gon' bubble. I just did these earlier today, and I don't know if you can really see that weird little dent. That is a bubble because I pulled my hand out too early and my gel bubbled. Gotta love gel polish. I actually do love gel polish. I just hate how it bubbles if you don't keep it in for long enough. That's why you gotta watch your clients like a hawk. Okay, so now I'm gonna teach you how to map out a perfect French. This is a nice technique to make sure that you map it out perfectly every single time that you do a French on a client. So you're gonna dip your striper brush into whatever color you want your smile line to be, and you're gonna mark what spot you want to be the lowest point of your smile line. So I think I want the lowest point of mine to be about right here. And then you're gonna draw a horizontal line across the nail, wherever you just mark that spot. And then you're gonna mark however high you want your highest point of your smile line to be. So just making sure it's even on both sides. Nice. And then you're going to take, sorry. Sometimes this is hard doing this on camera. Oh, I feel like I got orange on here before and I don't even know how, and it's already cured on that. So I'm gonna have to, do you see that? Yeah. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Anywho, I'm going to take my brush and I'm gonna connect from the tip of the nail all the way to that point that we just marked to be the highest point of our smile line. So I'll take my brush and I'll just slowly drag it all the way up to meet that other line. Nice. Because this is such a long nail, it feels like I'm just like going over the surface of the entire edge, but that's just because this is a really long nail. On a shorter nail, that won't be the case. You'll always just be connecting it from the point that you just marked on the nail to the tip. And if it's a coffin, you're doing it to the middle of the tip. Okay, that one I totally went over a little bit too far. So I'm gonna have to come over and match it with this one. No big deal, just as long as it's even on both sides. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna connect from the middle point of that horizontal line. I'm just gonna bridge the gap between that and that line that we drew from the high point to the tip. Ta-da! And then I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Nice. Nice. So I'm really happy with that. Now what I'm gonna do is come in with a clean alcohol soaked wipe and I'm gonna wipe away all this extra orange or whatever color you just use. Ah, oh my gosh, I hate it when that happens. Sticky tack ain't so sticky no more. I need a new ball of it. Okay. Push this little bad boy right back on. Okay, so now I'm going to take more orange and I'm gonna make that line thick like I did on the last one. Again, this is just because this nail is so long. If you were doing on a shorter nail, then you wouldn't need such a thick line for each fragment of color on your tie-dye. It wouldn't have to be so thick. So because we are doing a long nail, we're going to make the orange a little bit thicker. And then we're gonna choose a color that's gonna contrast nicely with that orange. So I am going to come in with some green and I'm gonna paint that on, kind of following that smile line shape. I'm just gonna paint on the basic shape right now and then kind of work my way up the sides, clean off my brush, and then up the other side. So I'm not muddling the colors. And then I'm gonna clean off my brush, blah, 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 and I'm gonna use my pink. And I'll do the same thing. I'll paint on like a nice smile line with the pink. And fill in the gaps with a clean brush. And then I am going to do the rest with yellow. So I'll paint the tip with yellow. Again, making sure that the color that we use on the tip is nice and thick. Very nice. Smooth it out. Bada bing, bada boom. Good to go. So now I'm going to clean off my brush, and this time instead of taking my brush and putting it into the nude and pulling down from the nude, I'm going to actually start from below the smile line, just so that I don't have that gap, because I just work so hard to get a nice crisp smile line. So I'm going to start pulling it down just a bit lower. See how the tip of my brush isn't past the nude? And I'm going to drag that down. And I'm just going to do it again because I feel like I didn't get enough of a drag there. That's better. Now I'm going to do the opposite direction on this one. So I'm going to come up and just being cautious not to go into that smile line. Because again, we just worked so hard to make a nice crisp smile line. We don't want to fuck it up. You might just have to gently come in and clean up those lines so they're like a little bit finer, if you see what I mean there. Just like a little bit too much green globbed up here. Just gently kind of remove that, or just swoosh it over. There we go. And then one more. Okay, I may have just, oh no, that's not bad. Nice. So now, just gonna go over these one more time, make sure they're perfect. And then down. Cool. This, I'm still really annoyed with how much this green bled over. Boom, baby. Just come in with more orange and mask it up. Bye. Nice. So now I'm gonna put that in. And then I'm gonna matte top coat them both. I had to edit this part of the video out because I accidentally bumped the camera and it shook all over the place, but you get the point. Matte top coat, cure for 60 to 90 seconds in an LED lamp, and voila, give them a wipe and they are beautiful. I love the way that a tie-dye nail looks matted. They also look good shiny, but there's just something about that matte. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.